So, hi guys. Sorry, ang tagal kong hindi naka-vlog kasi ang daming nangyayari, ang daming nangyayari last time. Tapos nagka-COVID pa nagka-COVID kami yung family ko nagka-COVID, and then yung and then nagkuha ako ng course online, and then na-busy ko, so it's really hectic yung schedule, mga assignments, family, and then the work. So wala talaga kaming time, or wala akong time um, during those period, and especially during COVID time, and always short stops of work. So I need to cover some of the shift. Alright, so today guys is our topic today is about the DIY student visa. It because dami ng mga student visa ngayon kasi open na yung border ng Australia. Dami na ng mga student visa na nagpa-process, ang dami ng mga nagtatanong, and also so daming question talaga doon sa nag-message sa akin, at saka doon sa mga kakilala ko nag-student visa, and then I heard from some other friends in the city like Melbourne or Sydney. So alright, we're going to start this. Australia is a good chance na makashare man lang, at least makashare man lang ako ng ideas and mga help sa student visa, and more information about this, and I hope na makatulong sa inyo. Disclaimer lang guys about this, my vlog, I'm not an agent or a migration advisor, so it's all my insight. My insight is all about my experience, and then experience from the Filipino migrant here, and some of my research and immigration update this year 2022, kasi 2022 they have more updates about this the immigration. They have some updates, some website changes because after COVID. So before we proceed, please support our channel by tapping the subscribe button there and thumbs up icon down below. So thank you guys. Sa border news tayo. It's good news for those who have a plan to come here as a student visa in Australia, because border is now open for all the student visa or international student, at ang dami ng mga pumapasok na student visa and international student from Philippines and other country. It's more in India, and India, Philippines is more common here, and then ang student visa is isa sa pinaka-easy na way na makapunta dito, and take note guys, most of the student visa dito is ilang years ng course nila, or after graduate nila, and then absorb sa ng company nila, and na pinag-OJT, or tinatawag dito na placement na training. Kasi after you graduate or before you graduate sa study mo o sa course mo na ginagawa, na pinapasok, meron silang OJT or parang placement na required. I think it's like 120 hours or more, or it depends on your course, like hundreds of hours. And then the chances there, and the good thing there, if you're doing the placement, is because the company will absorb you to work there after you finish your course or graduate. And then and some student visa here is they really want to stay here, and then because after you get hired from that company, the company will sponsor you to become a permanent resident. Then after permanent residence, then like after 4 years, I think, then you can apply for citizenship, and it's only just an option, just if you want to stay here to live for good, or just to study, or going back to Philippines or in your origin country. So it's up to you guys, it's your decision. But I think Australia is a great country, and it's the benefits here. The living is good, and yeah. So there's a two way of student visa process you can do, and that is one is the DIY student visa, and this is the one that I'm going to discuss more here. And then there's another one is for through migration agent. Migration agent is the one who is going to help you or assess you. So, but I will focus more in the DIY, as a migration agent is the only act on your behalf. So you gather all those requirements, and they ask you to provide and fees, etc., and the course of and especially like migration agent fee. So you're prepared. So it could be like $1,000 there, and some whatever fees. But yeah, so if you do DIY, you can just like provide or pay the amount that requires on that visa, and you don't need to pay the migration agent. But if you hire a migration agent to do your process, then you have to pay them. We don't know, but could be like it's $1,000 or more. First step is check. You check if where state or which states or location you're planning to study, like in a rural city or in a big city or in the city. So, but be mindful, guys, that the cost of living between these two areas is it's just difference. It's a difference between these two. Like the rural area is some people say, or even because I live in a rural area, the cost of living here is a big difference compared to the city. So the big city there, you have lots of different excess or extra pay that you're going to pay. But you can Google there, or I can do a vlog next time. I'm gonna post a vlog in regards of the comparison between the living in rural and living in the city. So just keep an eye and stay on my channel, and please subscribe to get updated for those videos, some tips here, and any visas or family travel. Yeah, so I hope nakahelp ako, nakatulong ako sa inyo. And then we go into the step number 2. So the number 2 is type of course you're planning to get on to get into, like a vocational course or certificates. The vocational here is the certificates. If you're going to get the certificates or a diploma, so they are vocational course, and it takes that vocational course. It takes 6 months to 2 years, and then 2 years to complete. And then the cost of that vocational and certificates for vocational is in between $8,000 to $15,000. But I'm not sure about the update of this because it depends on the school anyway. But to some school is they pay you can get paid less if you're going to the rural. That's what it said. And some people that I know or some already have experience, they said like it's more cheaper to live in rural and to get a course in rural area. And also the good thing in rural is the migration, the immigration now, the more priority to getting, if you apply for a PR, is more chances to become a permanent resident if you live in a rural area and to get a job in a rural area. And there's another course except for that certificate and diploma, there's another one, a bachelor or a master degree that you're going to study here, and it takes 2 to 3 years course, and the prices is between the $24,000 or $35,000. But then the same, it depends to the area or the school that you're going to. Like it says rural, the same rural, and similar to the one I mentioned before between rural and the big city. So let's go to number 3. So the number 3 is you need to inquire and communicate to the school, because the school they're the one who give you those acceptance, or like a certificate of acceptance, and that's one of the requirements in immigration if you apply for the student visa. or you can ask the school if what's the all the prices and etc. there that you really want to ask, and then or you can also ask if what affiliated agency the process the affiliated agency that they have their connection, because sometimes there's some school they have a connection from migration agent company that would hold student visa, and then if you going to that migration agent, then the migration agent connect to the school, and it's more easier because they have a connection. So yeah, just ask them. There's nothing to lose if you ask. And then we go into the number 4. So step number 4 is prepare your enrollment requirements, like resume, transcript of records, passport, birth certificate, diploma, IELTS, and employment certificate if needed. And ask for initial payment, and normally they ask for initial payment and an acceptance certificate, or they call it a COA, yeah, or an offer letter from the school. One of my Filipino friends have she already studied at TAFE here in my town. Yeah, for student visa, they only require the IELTS for 6 points for every area. That area is like it covers like reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So you need to pass those for each of them. It's a 6 points grade. So I think it's not that hard. 6 points is not that really hard compared to the scale requires 7 points in every area, 7 or 8. But the student visa is only 6, so you'll be fine. And then a bank statement too, and for the bank statement, guys, immigration is looking for the amount of show money. It depends the length of your course you're going to take, what's the length of the course to enroll. If your money is enough to the length of your stay that you can provide for your study and the cost of living here in Australia. But don't worry, that's only a show money, so pwede rin makahiram, and then it's only pwede makahiram, but don't tell anyone. But I think that's yeah, you can borrow money and you can return later after that. But yeah, so anyway, the only good thing here as a student visa in Australia is you're allowed to work for 20 hours a week. And also now the Prime Minister or the government announced just recently that the student visa or international student can work up to 40 hours. It's because of the shortage of the workers, and also because of the COVID. There's lots of student visa or other visa just go back, like going back to their country, and they don't have a chance to come back here because the border is closed, but now it's open. And yeah, just take note, guys, the salary here is per hours, and yeah, it's normally some Filipino and Indians international student here, they work more in hospitality, aged care sector, or factory, or yeah, there's lots of retails, lots of business there you can apply. And yeah, if you're a student visa, you're allowed to work, so, or you can explain to them if you're applying for a job. If you have a special skills or any skills, for something like photography or any, you're doing making cakes or anything, you can also make a sideline for that, and it's also extra money. So I've seen some people like they're doing those, like they're doing like their chef is skilled of a chef, and then they're making some cakes, and then they sell cakes here to other Filipinos or in your town or whatever area you're going to live. So yeah, and yeah, so most of people here have 2 jobs. So sometimes, if you're a student visa, you can even just like work for 2 jobs if you want. And because people here, they don't really waste time, and they call it sayang, walang pera if you're tambay na pwede rin ma-balance na yung mag-work ka and then the holiday. Because if you need a holiday, you can request that to your workplace. Kasi if yeah, you can just, people here is always like work and work every day, and they can even like work 2 jobs, and yeah, if they want to go for holiday, just request holiday to your work, and you can just go to work, or you can go holiday anyway. All right, so let's go to number 5, the insurance. Insurance company. Yeah, insurance company is one of the requirements of the student visa, not insurance company, I mean insurance. Yeah, one of the requirements is insurance. There's a few companies who accept student visa insurance. There's a company who accepts the student visa insurance kasi there's more insurance, there's heaps of result in insurance company here in Australia. If you do Google, but always make sure that insurance company, they have a student visa, they accept student visa or whatever visa from here in Australia for non-residents. Yeah, most of the students in skilled visa here, and student or skilled, they call the company like a Bupa insurance company, because Bupa is well known for like they covered everything. Yeah, if you're a non-resident. You can search in Google. You can compare this insurance company, compare the price. Yeah, you can pay every insurance will you can pay every 15 days or a month, and the cost is like more or less 150, or could be 100 less than 100 per month, or yeah, and then also one of my friend on Facebook, he said like they get like insurance like a 600 something for first year, and then the second year it's going up a bit, and then it costs like 1,000. So just weigh in, review, and maybe ask other like if you have a friends who already been here and had experience in insurance, it's more helpful. And yeah, and for this one, just make sure you need to read that policy. You know, if what's the covered of that insurance before you commit and sign the contract, because meron nagsabi na mura yung iba, pero try to research and review, guys. Insurance is more important requirements. They only want to make sure just in case you're covered, as if you're non-resident or citizen, dito walang tinatawag na Medicare. Pag residents and citizen ka, kasi meron kaming Medicare or Medicare card, libre yan lahat if you're going to a doctor, visit to the doctor, visit the hospital, and government will cover them all, and it's free. So number 6 is prepare your visa requirements, like passport, police or NBI clearance, bank statement or bank certificate, and visa application form. This year 2022, the student visa fee subclass 500 is now $630 Australian dollars. So every year, guys, they increase the price. So last year is like half that price. So it's better to apply if there's an opportunity, because the visa increase every year. So make sure guys, also like your passport is valid, because sometimes immigration asks for like at least valid 6 months. Your passport is valid for 6 months or a year, before it expires. And then that's it. Just to make sure, because sometimes it delays if there's something going on. And all right. So let's go proceed to number 7. And number 7 is submit your student visa application form. Now you can create online account and immigration website using your email address and follow the steps. And after you add your application there, all the communication with immigration officer is there. Like they ask you the requirements. If they ask you more, or there's some missing requirements that you want to ask, then you can attach your files there. You can provide all those information. And also it's better to keep an eye that your immigration account often, if they need something, because if they need something, they will contact you there, and also they will give you a deadline. Normally they just give you, if they ask something, they will give you a deadline. Like, let's say like they give you a deadline for 15 days or whatever days you need to provide. And then if you miss that and you didn't provide those information, then it's automatic they make a decision of your visa. So it's just make sure, guys, it's really dangerous. It's not really dangerous, but I mean, like, otherwise they're gonna refuse you, on the spot or straight away, because they can't hear any back from you. And yeah, so all right, let's go to number 8. So number 8 is a medical checkup. So once immigration receive your application, the immigration will send you an email and email for medical exam. There's some information there on the email attachments. If what's authorized medical company you can go, or for medical, like in Manila there's a Makati National or St. Luke's Medical. During my time I did mine in Ayala Avenue, somewhere there in the area. I forget the name of the company now, but they do medical more in Australia and Canada, but could be they changed now, the authorized clinic. And yeah, and some of my relatives and my family, they did their medicals in Cebu City. If you're from Visayas area, this is Cebu City. I think there's some authorized clinic there. You can see in Cebu City area for Australian visa. Yeah, and some other country you can just check your immigration letter, the result, and they will advise you what to do, what to prepare for your medical, and then also your prepare your medical fee, and bring your passport if you're going to medical, and then yeah, and then you can even call the company and ask for a fee, because it could be changed now because it's 2022. It changed the price, and it depends your country too. And then yeah, and then they call like a HAP ID for medical. So you always think about that HAP ID. You need to always remember that or bring that, because that you're going to fill the form. And there's a form, there's an area there that they ask if what is your HAP ID. The HAP ID is the one that from immigration email or decision, I mean, like requirements. So at least it's easy to track. It's like a reference. It's just a reference number. All right, so number 10 is the visa result. So finally the waiting game ends, and it's either your visa is granted or refused. So that's the only 2 results there. So for granted, then congratulations and welcome to Australia. Then you can now prepare your bookings of your flights and plans of your transportation and accommodation here in Australia. And then naalala ko rin dati yung first time ko nang dumating, yung mga memories na yung mga ganda yung feeling na nakaapa ka sa Australia, and then the airport, the ambience, and the smell and the shops. Like in the airport, it's really good. There are lots of shops there. They have a duty free. You can go around, just feel, I don't know, it's like a weird feeling, when trying to recall those moments. I heard some people who experience about like nag-process ng mga visa or student visa, that meron mga mudos at saka mga agency nag-a-ask ng too much fees, mga expensive fees, or lots of hidden fees that they ask. And yeah, and then I must yeah, just like make sure lang, guys, na you get the legit one, and yeah, don't you're not gonna waste your money. And if your visa has been refused, I hear that you can apply again for the next school term, or after 6 months. Normally they will tell you in a writing on immigration or email or website or your email account, the reason of they will write you the reason of refusal. At least next time which part you're going to cover. If you fail from that stage, you know the process and some requirements that you're going to provide. And then yeah, and then also I heard like if you graduated from the Philippines or your country, that you already finished your bachelor degree, you need to if you're going for a student visa, you need to get the course that is higher of what you got. Like when you already finish your bachelor, then you can only study here as another bachelor degree or a graduate degree or a master's degree, because it's higher than bachelor degree. then some other student visa, they also get approved when they process those diploma because it's under the bachelor degree. But then they said if you want to get that under of that degree, then you need to write a letter to immigration. You attach that while applying for in your immigration account. Just provide that letter, like why you're going to get that course and why it's under your degree, or the time if you're going to a bachelor degree that you already finished a bachelor degree here. If you already finished your bachelor degree in Philippines, you also need to state that and explain why you're going to get that course, just to make it convincing words, just to convince them. And because some of them has been refused, lots of people like saying it's been refused, but because it could be they don't explain much, and what's really the point? So I think that's all for now, guys. At mahaba-habang kwentuhan, wala namang birat pulutan. So if you have any question, just message me in my Instagram. I will put my link in Instagram below, and then also you can comment there and comment below here in the vlog. And please don't forget to subscribe for more video tips and for more Australia life here. And we have lots of because now the COVID is eased now, so we can travel lots more in Australia. I'm gonna post some vlog if we going somewhere, and at least you can see the different areas of Australia, and also the visa tips here that I'm going to post sometimes. And if I have like insight or something that I can help, I will try to do my best. I think that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much, and see you on the next vlog.